Hello friends, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining me for this townie makeover of the pancakes for my forever save file, where I'm going to be playing rotationally with the Willow Creek townies and a few other households that I've added. I haven't started playing with the pancakes yet, but I'm really excited to start the next time I play in my forever save. But I also just finished adding a few, and by a few I mean two, of my own households into the world, making it feel a bit more full and adding some different types of gameplay into my forever save. You may have seen my recent video update of my Not So Berry Challenge household, and after recording I decided that I wanted to transfer them into my forever save, which I did, and I'm really glad that I did since I'm going to be playing that challenge off camera anyway, so it just made sense to be in my forever save. I was also playing with them a bit more afterwards, and I talked about adopting some kids in the video, and so I went ahead and did that. They have now adopted two kids, one of them named Ruby, who is a child, and her little brother Garnet, who is a toddler, and they are so precious. I'm not sure when the next time I'll do an update video of them, so they might have aged up in that time. I'm not sure, but now that they are in my forever save, aging is off, so there's not a huge rush to get everything done, which I was feeling because I put them on a short lifespan, which might have been fun, but also definitely a lot more stressful. But now I definitely have time to get everything done. Also, in terms of rotational gameplay, I don't think I'm going to be as strict as I am in my North Haven save file, where I play only for 1 week with a family and then move on to the next one. I think in my forever save, I just want to switch whenever I feel like it, whenever it feels right. And I also feel like that will add some, I don't know why the only words that are coming to my mind is congruency. Is that even a real word? It just feels like everyone will be living their lives at the same time. So like if I'm playing with the pancakes on Wednesday in the game, then decide to switch over to the goths for a bit, it's still gonna be Wednesday and at the same time that I left the pancakes. So instead of feeling a bit like Groundhog's Day replaying the same week with a different family, it also means that I can play out multiple stories or events at the same time, or play out a single story from multiple perspectives, which just the thought of that makes me so excited to play because I've never done that before. I've only ever played with a single household, and I don't know why in the literal thousands of hours that I've played just The Sims 4 alone, that I've never thought to play like this before. I feel like I've said this a million times by now, but I cannot and will not stop saying this. Rotational gameplay is so fun and makes the world and neighborhoods feel so much more alive. And if you feel like your gameplay is getting stagnant, you should really give it a try. And I hope that my excitement can inspire you to try some new types of gameplay in The Sims. And I would honestly love to hear details all about your Sims' families and stories that you're playing with. I think there's a YouTube community post feature that lets people comment with pictures and stuff, which I think would be so cool to be able to share our gameplay and builds and Sims with each other, but I have no idea how to do that. I'll see if I can maybe figure it out because that would be so much fun. Okay, so I guess I'll talk a little bit about Bob and Eliza. I mostly kept Bob the same, though I gave him some cargo shorts for almost every outfit and socks with sandals. I know it's a little bit of a controversial fashion statement, but I feel like we all know a person like that, and Bob just exudes cargo shorts and socks with sandals energy. I don't know, I can't explain it. And as for Eliza, I gave her some updated outfits, but honestly, she was pretty tricky to pin down a specific style or personality. We know that she's like a bit snooty and is caught up in the suburban rat race of keeping up with the Joneses, which in this case I think are the Goths and the Spencer Kim Lewises. And Bob is just trying to pursue his passion of cooking while also sustaining his wife's shopping addiction. But other than that, I feel like there's not really a clear personality of these two. Like, what were they like before they met? What were they like before they moved to the suburbs? The little blurb about them asks, have they ever been happy? But they must have been at some point, since Bob is by no means a wealthy individual, and so if Eliza has always been so materialistic, then I don't think she would have married him if she didn't at some point love him. But that is the reason why I'm so excited to begin playing with the pancakes, so that I can discover and create answers to all of these questions and build these characters a deeper and richer lore that makes them feel more alive and will transform the way that I see them in every other save file that I come across them in. The same way that I feel whenever I see Grandma Hattie from Nordhaven in my other save files, or even when I see her in other people's videos, she will always evoke the story and background that I built for her in my Nordhaven rotational save file. It's just such a magical experience to be so invested in your Sims and in your Sims world. It's kind of like whenever I see clips of Astarion or Gale from Baldur's Gate 3, like it just evokes those like warm and fuzzy memories of playing the game and developing relationships with all of the companions. It just really brings you into the world and feels so much more immersive. I don't know, this gameplay style has just brought so much more enjoyment and fun to The Sims than I have had in a long time. So I am just very excited to be sharing my excitement with all of you. And I also think that it would be really fun to do some long play videos of my Forever Save, not on any kind of schedule or regular basis, but just whenever I feel like playing, kind of like the update videos of my Volkov legacy. Okay, but I have rambled for far too long, so I'm going to end the voiceover here. You can either continue watching and listening to the music, or you can skip to the end to see how Eliza turned out. I think she's pretty cute. She doesn't really have the same vibe as before, but I don't know, I guess we'll just kind of see how her personality develops and how Bob's personality also develops. I don't know, I'm just excited to get in and play and learn more about these Sims and kind of create stories. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you are new, please consider subscribing so you don't miss my next video. I hope that you all have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye!